Hi, Steve here. Thanks for dropping by and having a look at our latest software, Supersportsbot. First thing you'll notice when you're looking at the cover there is a soccer ball with the not allowed symbol over it. This Supersportsbot does not cover soccer. We have a separate bot called Auto Profit Soccer that allows a lot more different markets and scenarios than what the Supersportsbot does. So if you're a football fan and don't already have our Auto Profit Soccer, then there's a link below the video here to go and have a look at that. However, don't dismiss Supersportsbot because there's a lot of other sports that present fantastic betting opportunities, and those sports are 15 well-patronised sports. Tennis by far the most popular as far as the amount of bets that are available. Cricket, T20 and one day. Boxing, badminton to a lesser extent. Rugby league in all countries including NRL and Australia. Rugby union, Six Nations, Super 16s. Australian rules covering the AFL and other Australian rules games. Snooker, baseball, basketball all around the world, hockey, ice hockey, American football, NFL, handball and volleyball. Now there are 15 sports that produce a lot of good games that the Supersportsbot will allow you to bet on, and within those sports you can determine what countries, what leagues and that you don't want to bet on or do want to bet on, and you can make those adjustments within inside the bot to more personalise your approach to the betting. You may only want to bet Australian rules, rugby league in Australia and rugby union in Australia. Then you can do that. You can set up the settings for that. You may only want to bet in the NBL basketball and the ladies NBL basketball. Well, you can do that. It's programmable into what you want to do as far as which leagues and which sports you want to use. So without further ado, let's go in and have a look at the interface of the bot, and I will just briefly show you the options that are available without going in depth. There is a comprehensive manual that you can download at no charge. The user guide is on this page, and then you can go in a little bit deeper and see exactly what it does. So let's go and have a look at the interface. For those of you that do have our Auto Profit Soccer bot, the interface will appear very familiar with you, and it is, except it does have some subtle differences, and I'll just take you through a brief overlay now on what the bot is. The first thing that you'll see here is the lay tab, the pink tab here, and the backing tab. What this allows you to do is you can use the software for either betting on the back market or the lay market or both. It's totally up to you, and both tabs are independent. So on the backing you can see here I've got matched odds and I'm backing the favourite between 1.5 and 4. Well, obviously it'd be, but if we hit the drop down, these are the 5 tabs that are available: home, away, a draw, and that's only available on some market. Some of the sports obviously don't have the draw market, the favourite and the home favourite. So they are the 5 sub-markets within the matched odds that you can bet on. Okay, and what it allows us to do is, with laying, is to have something different, and I've got matched odds and I'm backing the away laying the away team between 1.5 and 1.95. You can see there I'm betting before play starts. You can, if you want to, bet in play, but I'm betting before start and 5 minutes before that. Down here I'm only looking for a 10p profit per match, and I've got a stop loss of 10 and 10. Stop profit of 10 each tab, and all tabs at 10. And these, as I said, are explained in the user guide, which you can download and have a look, or you can view it online. And I continue to restart when these have been, when the stop loss has been hit, the bot will restart and reset again. We are using a loss recovery program here, a staking plan, and that's what these settings here are doing. Are setting stops for that loss recovery. I mean, you can set a very low loss recovery of that will only cover a few bets if you want to, or you can make a longer loss recovery. Depends on how prone you are to risk as to how you want to set it. And back and lay are similar. In the laying, I'm going for a little bit extra profit. I'm going for 20p or 20 cents per winning bet, and I have a stop loss of 5. And in backing, you can have the profit delta, which means every losing bet, I'm adding 10p target to it, so that once I do get a win, I'm making a little bit more profit. If we have a look at here, here's the markets that are coming up right now. The most current markets are shown here, and we have auto reload checked, and this reloads about every hour. It will refresh and bring up more games and drop off the games that have passed. I've checked Australian matches, because if we go down here, we can see there's a rugby league game in Australia, Parramatta under 20 versus Brisbane, and we've got other things happening. But for Australian matches to be ticked, you must have the Australian wallet. You must have an Australian wallet in Betfair. Check on Betfair, and you can go up here for Betfair Help, and there's our software manual link, which is always being updated. If we add new features, it'll be there. So, as I said, if you're going to bet on Australia, you need an Australian wallet, and you need to get that activated within Betfair themselves. Along the tabs at the top, we have the current bets. I've got one bet on the basketball, Oklahoma City. Cancelled bets, if there's any bets being cancelled, here's one that was cancelled and then replaced. And all the results. We can see on the results at the moment, I'm 3.51 profit in just on 4 days from late on the, so it's hardly 4 days there. 3.5 represents in points, about 17 points profit I'm here. The numbers across the top are tabs, and we're looking at tab 1. This shows the bets that have been made in tab 1. What does tab 1 mean and tab 2? It means that because these games obviously are done over a few hours, and cricket can be done over a whole day, we have different tabs. And if I just go back to settings for a minute, we have one here called Mexican Wave, and that's ticked. Now, the Mexican Wave means the bets go from tab 1, they have one bet on there, then the next bet's on tab 2, the next bet on tab 3, tab 4, tab 5, etc., until you get to the end, to tab 10, and then it restarts again. If you don't have the Mexican Wave checked, then what it will do, it will always try and place the bets in tab 1. If tab 1's not free, then it'll go to the next tab, and so forth. So that means that these tabs near the like tab 10, tab 9, tab 8, don't get very many bets. So that's why the clients requested that we have this Mexican Wave feature, and we've added it to this bot as well, and it works extremely well. The log bot, if there's something, if a bet's not placed that you think should have been, or a match, then you can click on the log bot, and it brings up what exactly is happening, and then you can see why your bet hasn't been placed. It looks a bit strange at the moment, but once you read it a few times, it becomes blatantly clear on just exactly what the bot is doing and why maybe it didn't place a bet that you thought it should. Okay, so that's the top rows there. If we go back to settings, we can see here now country leagues. If there are certain country leagues that you don't want to bet on, like if you don't want to bet on say for example the Korean Basketball League, you can uncheck that, and no Korean Basketball League games will be shown or bet on. Similarly, if you don't want to bet on any of the Malaysian Open, then you can check that, and no Malaysian Open tennis bets will be made available. So you've got control on what leagues. Only the leagues that have games coming up will be shown in here, solely because there was hundreds and hundreds of different categories that could be bet over 15 sports. So you would have to progressively go through there on a day and delete the leagues that you don't want. Once you've deleted them, then they won't show, they won't bet on. Sports, same here. If you don't want to bet on hockey or whatever sport you don't want to bet on out of the 15, uncheck them, and those bets will not become available. Okay, so you've got control there. If we move across here, we just have obviously the wallets, what's in their UK wallet, what's in the Australian wallet, their commission. must put your commission in there, because when it's calculating the bets, it needs to look at how much commission to take into consideration. Okay, generally it will be 5% commission, so we've just put 5 in there. The API request is how many times per second is our software going back to Betfair, and at the moment it's going back less than 1 a second, or two requests a second there. So that's well under what the Betfair say is ultimate, is where it should be. Profit is back profit. Well, we've made £3.85 or $3.85 profit on the backing. On the laying, we're down 34p or 34 cents. So on the small lots that I'm using, on 20 cent backing and 10p laying, I'm about 17 points up for just on 3 days. Okay, show market. If I click in here, show market, it will show these games in here with the markets. Now that does boost the API request. There's no need to show the market. The bets will still be made without any market showing in here. But if you want to see what is the price on, if we just click on this one at the moment, this tennis one, show the market. Then it's telling us here's the market. We're seeing our odds here are minimum 1.5. It doesn't look like this bet here will get, this game will get placed for us. So that's the only reason that you need to show the market. It does boost up that, so you can see how that's jumped up, the API request, because we put the market in. Now that we've taken the market out, unselected it, it's dropped back down again. Okay, and I think that's about it. That's what the Supersportsbot can do. It can bet 24/7 if you want to leave it running, or you can just use it on the days that you want to. Just remember, for every 50 we sell, the price goes up. At the moment, today is the very best price you can buy it at. So download the manual if you want to have a read. If you've already got Auto Profit Socket, you know what these bots can do. They are the tools. You make the settings. So people who do a bit more research into stuff or have favourite strategies, they can easily implement it into this bot. Okay, thanks for your time on behalf of Michael and myself, Steve Davidson. Thanks for watching this video, and we hope that you see the value that we see and the enjoyment that we've had testing it, and hope that you make some good profits and manage to enjoy the money. Thank you.